is adventure.
His fast gun for hire heeds the calling wind.
This is High Noon and welcome! Are you prepared to draw? I hope so! And I don't mean any of that liver-lizzied, gun-slinging stuff, and I don't mean any of that arty stuff. I'm here to do that. You all will just draw together, become family, friends, help each other, support each other, all that stuff. This is a place to have a good old time, friends and frolic, and all that stuff. Okay? This is it.
Well, hello, everyone. Hope we are all doing good. Sorry about as below. What's his name? Put it. Or so hold up. Just Restream has been giving me problems the last little bit to putting out information on YouTube. So I don't know what's going on there exactly. I gotta bring up things for me. Make sure I'm hey. Just trying to get everything up and going. Let's see. The live. Hey, Elric. How are you? No, you didn't say anything wrong. It's just I set up everything and then it didn't want to work. Restream was just saying sending data, sending data, sending data, sending data. So then I had to end up going to the washroom. Okay, so let's see. We'll take that away. There we go. And YouTube's being crazy with the chat and live chat lately. It doesn't want to pop up when you switch from one to another right away. So I don't know what's going on there. Because you didn't start, and then I said, "What's the hold up?" Then the stream disappeared. No, you didn't say anything wrong at all. The stream disappeared because I decided, with Restream not broadcasting it to make it less confusing for people, I decided to just eliminate it. So let's see. First thing we're going to do, we're going to bring in a picture. Well, me and Dillard were on Marsupio's show last night, as some may know, and apparently we had two different ideas of what the first panel was. And we got the same interpretation out of it. I got the same interpretation out of it as what he did in drawing it as. I'll make sure. You can see what's going on, right? Elric. Okay, I'm just sharing this out a couple places. Hey, Sketchbook Rick streaming. Marsupial. I wasn't even listening to you guys. I know you were, but my pad was low in battery. Okay. Is this? Can you? No, this is Snowdrift number 1. Okay, no, I'm just sharing the link out for a sec, so just give me a second here. Okay, that's the wrong one. A wrong picture. Give me a sec. Folks. Nothing wants live streaming. There we go. Edit. Oh, so this is Dillard's art. Yes, this is Dillard's art. Well, let's change the thumbnail for today. Oh, and this should be, this is wrong what it says here. Okay, give me a sec. I gotta get the details right for this show. Episode 2. Save. Okay, yes, if I remember. Rick streaming, I wasn't even seeing it. Okay, yeah, I think, pop-out chat. Hopefully that doesn't mess up my chat. And of course it does. Hopefully when somebody types something, it'll all come back. Okay, so now that I've corrected all that crap, let's see whether we can. Okay, and we're going to put it over on Parlor, since we haven't put anything on Parlor in a while. Okay, and it doesn't want to do that on Parlor. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Oh yeah, I was trying to get a picture in. Oh, I'm trying to do so much at once. Gotta love it. Okay, so let's see. Let's bring up. It's a final marsupial fantasy. It's a furry thing. Are roos furry animals? I mean, I wouldn't know. Yes, they are. What's the background noise, Rick? Maybe my fan? Kangaroos are furry and they have leg power to yet a man in one kick. Beat a man, I think he means, in one kick. Cut them open, I believe. Sketchbook Cross is trying to escape America. Okay, and also, if anybody wants to come on, I am in the on air in Discord. If anybody wants to come on and talk. What else? Just okay, so what? It's the wrong one, mother. Give me a sec, guys. I took that down. You don't know how to load back in. Oh, out. Okay, and I am back. Okay, so this picture of actually my grandparents here on my mom's side. So we're gonna change the canvas size. We're actually gonna end up putting this into Snowdrift. So we're gonna Control A, Control C. Boring is better than crazy. I think it's that. I think it is backwards. Canada is just California. Okay, so we're gonna come up to panel 1 here. And it's supposed to be in the background. Okay, so that is way too big, that picture. As we can see. So we're going to scale it down. Oh, hold on. I think you're right, Sketchbook. My state did exist before Canada. When did your state come into existence as part of Canada? or as part of the states. Okay, so we don't want to edit canvas. We want to. Chris, who is the man in the black and white picture? That is my grandfather on my mom's side, and that's my grandmother on her side as well. I just figured it'd be neat to put something like that in. Oh, that's well, just like a lot of Canada too. It was settled before it became provinces in Canada. Okay, can I? Okay. That seems iconic. How? Okay, now I just gotta figure out a way to cut this image. Can you know what? Let's see. There. Now, can we crop it? Yes. Well, cut and paste. You know what? That's probably what's going to be the easiest here. We will just go here, hit delete, and we'll do the same thing on this side. There. 1850 to 1867. California is 17 years old, and The People's Republic of Canada. Well, that's when Canada first became a nation. Again, we were settled here before then, so take take that cross my technically older brother. Okay. Okay. Yes, it certainly is a bit older than the Spanish arriving in California. Hey E, how are you doing? Good to see you here. And like I said, anybody that wants to drop in on the Discord, I'm in the on-air chat. Oh, for those that haven't seen it, there is page 3 of Snowdrift. And there is page 4. And Dillard was working on page 5 last night, so, or early this morning, depending on where you are. Yeah. How are you today, E? How goes the move back? Okay, so let's see. Wait, you moved again, E? packing up the house, getting ready for the movers. Oh, that's good. So when does that move take place exactly? Yeah, Elric, he's moving back to a real time zone. 2 weeks. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, that's good. I wish I could move out of California, but I still need to save up. Yeah, right now I'm wishing I could move out of Ontario. I'm seriously half thought about going west. But then again, I'm not sure how well those guys are gonna keep up with things. Okay, so 3. That's Nancy. Background. But the recall vote is happening soon, so that will save California. Well, we're having an election right here in Canada, so that might save us. Nobody says it's needed, but the fact, in some ways, if it gets rid of the Liberals, I'd say it was very needed. It did its job, although that's not what our Prime Minister intended. Lady Larry Elgar egged by a gorilla, and a pink one at that. I don't think that's the color I want for the stage. There we go. Well, I mean, California is the most progressive state in America. Hates voices of different opinions. Ironic. They the stuff they put out on Larry Elder is just disgraceful. Okay, so then we got this chalkboard. Chalkboards were usually some sort of greenish color. Now, what color would that door there be? You know what? We're gonna make it brown. Did he leave? I'm not sure. Okay, so we're going to create another folder here, and it'll be people. I'm back. What did I miss? Bit of this, bit of that. They're just talking about the state of California. There we go. we're still on that subject. Let's see. How many more people we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One, two, three, four. So we can, but talk about how much Disney will cost in the next 10 years. Ugh. Hey, Pooper, is this the buckler? No, this is not the buckler. This is the Canadian. This is Snowdrift #1. And take any state it, near it with it. Yeah, but if you succeed and take states near you with it, wouldn't that end up? Then there's other states near it, and then other states near them. So wouldn't that just mean the whole country? Did you already finish the buckler? What do you mean, did I already finish the buckler? I think you got me confused for John, which is sort of hard to do. Uh, End up in a possible war, considering how crazy this country is getting, far off cross. I didn't say war. Oh, great. They made a bunch of the characters, just a bunch of them. Doesn't matter, I guess, since it's just the top of their heads. Most of them. So how are you, Pope Raven? How is Australia for you right now? Well, Elric, if you think you have it bad, you just have to look at Canada or Australia, and then you realize you have it good in California. Are you near any of the lockdowns or? What's a lockdown? You know, where you can't leave your home or go 5 kilometers from your house? No theaters and stuff like that are open? No restaurants? Me, no lockdowns are basically non-existent in my area, but LA has become a demolition man. We are seeing mandates in Australia to remain in place and gob. I never go out except to work. Yeah, well, even that can get you in trouble nowadays in Australia. From what I see, government bringing food to citizens, even killing the shelter animals so people won't rescue and need to take walking. Oh, great. Let me guess, food just enough. No. You never go out except for work? Yeah, well, that would probably be because of the lockdown. Do you have lockdowns, Rick? Yeah, we're pretty much locked down. We're doing the vaccine passport. That's supposed to be starting on the 22nd. So after that, because I'm not getting the vaccine, I won't be able to go to movies or anything. So I'm probably going to go see a movie next week. And that'll be my last one for who knows how long. Similar, yeah, Elric. Probably the papers. I already got the vaccine. Well, I'm not sure whether that was a smart thing to do, Pope Raven, but hey, teach the road. I do not know whether he's still here. I think it was smart. Yeah, well, pretty soon you're going to have to take a booster shot. We know Israel, if you go by Israel, they all got double vaccinated. It wasn't stopping yet. So, and now they're up to like two booster shots. So even if you double vax there, you're not considered fully vaccinated. That's probably going to happen for the rest of the world unless we get smart. I got it twice, considering what the President Biden said yesterday. Another coup is on them. Yeah. Yeah, they're just, it's now the flu. It's another version of the flu. Yep. But because the coup is scary, and yes, I spelled it wrong on purpose and stuff. It's a reason to keep people scared. Yep, I would tend to agree, Eric.
What's up, Rick?
Oh, hey, not much yourself. Hey, you sketch?
Hold on, let me.
Not much yourself. Not much yourself. Sketch? Hey, you sketch?
There we go. There we go. I had to take the video off.
Yeah. Well, you just had to take
The video off.
the audio off the video. Had to take the
The video off.
the audio off the video. But the audio off the video. Okay. The audio off the video. Okay.
Wow, that's not me, huh?
Not me.
Wow, that's not me, huh? Not me. Me.
Shouldn't be me. Shouldn't be me.
Hold on, let me check.
Shouldn't be me.
Hold on, let me check.
Shouldn't be me.
I don't know where it's picking it up from.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know where it's picking it up from.
Okay. If I
I don't know where
talk,
it's from my speakers.
if I talk,
It's from my speakers.
if I talk,
It's from my speakers.
if I talk.
From my speakers. Oh, it might be the thing. Oh, it might be the thing.
Hello, Charlie sees all. Hello,
Yes,
Charlie
uh,
sees all. Hello, yes, Charlie sees all. Hello, yes. I think there. Maybe I got rid of it now. I am good, Charlie sees all. I am good, Charlie sees all. The stream was getting
Oh,
trippy.
still there.
Okay, I think there was something on my end because it didn't. Okay. I think there was something on my end because it didn't. Okay. I think there was something on my end. There was something.
Hold on, let me shut everything off. Let me shut everything.
Oh, yeah. We're trying to deal with the echo. Somebody just came on through my Discord to chat with me while coloring up my Common Care Subject number 1.
Okay, let me try it now. Is there an echo?
Okay, no echo.
Let me try it now. Is there an echo?
Okay, no echo. Oh, there's an echo. Okay, is it up?
Is that better?
Uh, give it a sec. Give it a sec. Seems to be showing.
Hmm.
Ep2 cross. My mic is just for when I'm talking, and I think the desktop just for. Okay, somehow is the desktop audio picking
That's
me up?
software based because not the mic's not picking anything. Not the mic's not picking anything.
Yeah, everything's been crazy for me this week for streaming. Okay, so I think we're all right to talk. Okay, I can just hear myself through. I think you're in.
Yeah, but I don't have any external sound. It's only on my headset.
Okay, this is weird. Am I picking myself up? Desktop audio? I don't know. Okay, if I talk now, is it still going? Doesn't seem to be, so, well, I think we're good. Sketch, so, how are things going? Are you still?
Good, good. I was actually just gonna jump on here to tell you. There it is again.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be much we can do about it. I don't know what the problem is. Anyways,
And
you can step on, jump on to tell me.
can you hear it on the stream?
Yeah, Elric's saying it. He can hear it. We've both tried everything we can, I think.
I was gonna say that you and your mom need to just sell what you can, pack what you can take, and make a way to Texas.
She, yeah. Well, unfortunately, we'd have a hard time getting across the border at the moment. My mom doesn't have a passport, and my passport's just out of date. But in a lot of ways, I agree with you.
Yeah, I would say seek asylum as a refugee, but that won't let you go back to your country after that. Say seek asylum as a refugee, but that won't let you go back to your country.
Mess with my head. This whole thing. Yeah, well,
Texas is a better choice.
our western provinces did
Elric, Texas is a better choice.
than Florida.
Texas is a better choice. Yeah, Florida's killing it right now. They're awesome, but but the cost of living isn't low over there, and it is in Texas,
Yeah,
especially north, the northern part of the southern. Texas, like like the city of San Antonio. City of San Antonio is really low cost of living.
Cool. Uh, in some ways, I do. I wish I could, but it's weird. I love my country. I don't want to move from Canada. I love my country. You don't need a passport for having. Yes, technically you do. It's just a different type of passport.
Yeah, it's the Holy Spirit. That's your passport.
Yeah, and it's accepting Christ as Lord and Savior. Because unless you do that, you don't get in. According to the Bible, anyways.
Let me move it, Eric, see if it still does it.
What were you saying there?
Maybe that's what I have. Maybe the mic is too.
Powerful?
Hey, now I can't hear anything.
Wait, what about me? Can you hear me? I hear
It's weird.
you. I hear you. Let's see. The state I plan to move to is likely Arizona because I have family here in California, so I don't want to be too far from them. And Arizona has awesome gun laws. Sketchbook, I can barely hear now. Never mind. I can't even hear him. Sketchbook is lost to the ether.
The ether can't have me no matter how much it wants to. I'm trying to find the settings for the mic.
Well,
I think I'm too high.
I think you're good now. I can hear you fine. Doesn't seem to be an echo.
Okay, well, we'll leave it alone. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Or if you finally fixed it, don't break it. uh,
Okay, I think I know what I was doing wrong all along. Hey, can you hear me now? With no
yes,
echo?
I can hear you. And there doesn't seem to be an echo.
That's weird. Like it was picking up the video from Discord.
Oh wow.
So I muted Discord and I just opened up YouTube, and I'm just listening to us on YouTube.
Okay, so you might be a bit delayed in answering things.
Well, no, my I think I'm gonna be delayed regardless because of where I am to you. I'm like got a 43 millisecond delay.
Well, I just remember not hearing
But yeah, I understand not wanting to leave your country though.
uh, I'm half hesitant in leaving my province, but I'd rather leave my province first. I'm thinking of going over to Alberta. The great thing is I can run across comics no matter where.
Yeah, thanks, Elric. I don't think I did anything that I could recreate.
And yeah, like I said, I don't. My mom's on old age pension and all that, so her money goes with her wherever she lives. So her going out that way is all right. She's not dependent on a job. And like I said, Cross Comics can be run wherever I am, which is good.
Yeah, that's one thing I love about commercial art. You can go anywhere in the world and still do it.
And especially
The only
working
thing
for
is,
you.
does help to be somewhere near where there's a publisher
Yeah.
or an advertising company. But everything just bites all around, man. Canada's one of the countries I always wanted to visit.
Yeah, well, hopefully, with as I was saying earlier, we're in the middle of an election. Hopefully, Trudeau gets kicked out, and I don't really. The PCs are
How's he
the
polling?
he's our Conservative Party is just slightly ahead of him. They're both at about 33%, about a third of the vote. What?
Yeah, that's a good one, Elric.
Uh,
Elric,
you could say you're going to be on extended stay vacation in Alberta, where you need to move all your stuff and to feel at home. Yeah.
Elric, what are you still doing in the People's Republic of California?
But yeah, as I was saying, with our conservatives, our the conservative guy is a little less worse than, not quite as bad as Justin Trudeau. So, um, if he gets in, at least with a minority, it'll be better than Trudeau with a minority. So, like I said, there's that. Nobody wanted the election, but I think if we get rid of Trudeau, it was a good thing.
I think Canada suffers from the same thing that Mexico does. It it has very corrupt officials.
Well, we didn't
Uh,
have
you guys
corruptive.
produce a lot of the video games that make tons of money.
We didn't have corrupt officials, but we're getting them by the buttload lately.
Well, no, because think about it. how much are these companies, these publishing companies, making off of Canada by paying its workers less? The video game industry at one point, like from the Western world, was based in Canada.
Yeah.
Most of the TV shows that we watch are recorded and filmed and edited in Vancouver.
Yeah. Well, they pay. Well, they pay them. It's weird whether you think how do they pay them less or more because Canada's. Well, I don't know about BC. Here in Ontario, our minimum wage is $14 and change, almost 15. I would think. I think BC is close to the same, if not.
Yeah, but what is that in American?
Uh, Probably $10, maybe
$14 Canadian is like,
$10.
yeah, like $8 or $10.
Yeah. So it's, but we're
Yeah,
not really.
that's not
We're
really a
pay,
living wage to
well,
take one from AOC, right?
well, depends on where you live here. It is. It can be a living wage. Uh, like in Hamilton.
Video games could also be a bad example because video games has a buttload of woke people. There comes the echo.
Yeah, the echo is bad,
Hey, Linda.
but yeah, yeah, it ends up being less than American, but ultimately, like if you're here in Hamilton and at $15 an hour, you can get by. You can live off that, and you can pay almost likely pay your rent, and well, have a little bit of a life. Maybe not a great life, but a little bit.
No, yeah, I understand that. But the reason I use like video games for an
Yeah,
example is because of the fact that that's a career based job. A it's not a 9 to 5 that you're just gonna do to get
yeah,
by.
yeah. Well,
It should
but
have
then,
an opening salary that could allow you a living wage.
oh yeah. Well, then if you're talking about that, most of those jobs here would pay more than minimum wage. I would assume. It's not that I've really looked into, what video game makers
Oh,
make.
okay, so there's a $3 difference. Thanks, Elric. So it's like $11 Canadian or US. Sorry, the minimum wage.
Yeah, and
And
that's
and
here in Ontario.
$11
That's here in
you could
Ontario. Each
probably,
province is different.
yeah.
But I think they're
I'm
all
guilty
around the
because
same.
today's my cheat day, and I had tacos instead of breakfast cereal. And if you know anything about tacos, it doesn't matter how healthy they look; they are still unhealthy.
But they taste great.
Oh yeah, man, I'm Hispanic. I was raised on tacos. Oh, now I gotta clean this glass cleaner.
I was raised on all flavors of food.
That's good.
We had pizza,
I try to tell
Chinese.
my family that Mexican food is a sometimes food. They ain't having it though. Yeah, because when I joined the service, I mean, it was just basic American breakfast and workout, and I was able to drop like 60, 70 pounds easily.
Yeah.
But with Mexican food, I worked out and still ate regular Mexican food in South Texas. Yeah, and I could barely like make weight half of the time because tacos are so doggone heavy.
Yeah.
Even if you just get like egg and bacon.
Egg and I've never heard of egg and bacon tacos.
Well, the thing is, most people who think of tacos outside of like the southern end of the U.S. border, they think of like crispy tacos, the with the corn tortillas that are crispy and ground beef and stuff like that. That's more of an American thing.
Ah.
When we say tacos down here, they're like small burritos.
Uh,
Oh my gosh, my
almost,
accent really showed on that one.
almost like a soft taco.
Well, yeah, it is a soft taco because it's usually a flour tortilla, which is
Mm.
not a Mexican thing, by the way. Yeah, like if you go to like Monterrey, Mexico, they'll call it that's a gringo taco,
A gringo taco? White man taco.
which is means it's you're using, yeah, it's a yeah, it's a white person taco
How do I get in here?
because you're using flour tortilla and they commonly use corn.
You gotta open up your Discord, Mom. Uh, I'm not sure whether we got her Discord running or not. Just give me a sec. See whether you can hold the show.
Yeah, go for it. Maybe she'll take the echo away. I am gonna go back to training how to use Medibank Ping. What am I doing? What am I doing? Go down to 1080. Um, I have a computer that could do all the way to 4K, but my tablet is a 1080 tablet. I'm still trying to teach myself how to run a stream too.
Okay, I'm back. I gotta start it. I might have to go help her out at some point.
No, flour like the powder, not flour like the plant. Well, I was thanking you because it shows the amount of difference by dollar on the price of the manga, and also that could be added to like what you're getting paid for out per hour.
Oh.
Yeah, I
Okay.
used to like flour only, Eric, but if you've ever had homemade corn tortillas, they're a lot better than flour.
Corn flour.
Heck, a lot of people could eat them just by themselves. It's kind of like Mexican cornbread. Well, yeah, well, Elric would know if he's in South California because it's the same thing over there.
Yeah.
Except over there, you have more burritos than you get like tacos. Tacos are just smaller versions of burritos.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
when
I
I
see
went to go visit a
burritos
friend
at
in the Bay
Taco
Area,
Bell.
he's like, "Don't even look for a taco, just get a burrito." Yeah, that's the right flour.
Flower power.
So, Rick, will there be inserted people in this issue of Snowdrift?
I'm not sure.
Wow, that was really robotic.
Technically, well, Dylan's drawn all this. I'm not sure whether there's anything that'll give way to uh, like like the fireman's thing on the back. you know. Um,
Yeah, I agree, Elric. After I started eating like homemade corn tortillas, every time that I went to a restaurant and they gave me like the processed ones, oh, it's horrible. Because the homemade corn tortilla is about the same size as a flour tortilla and thick too. It's like a corn pita. It's delicious, man, and it's healthier than the flour. Since I'm diabetic, I can't eat too many of the flour ones either.
well,
Was Linda gonna come in and join us?
yeah, well, she's got her computer's extremely slow, so she's trying to. Last time I knew, uh, get this Discord up.
I forget that sometimes. Dang boomer moment. I closed. I switched the resolution on the computer, and it rearranges everything. But most importantly is that I already had my drawing program open,
Yeah,
and like all the boxes for the tools just like stayed big, and they're like at the bottom under the taskbar.
lovely. Well, what's really going to be good, I think,
Oh
is
yeah, that happens because the resolution's different.
I was just saying.
Sorry, Rick, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no problem. I think what's really going to be good is in couple weeks, 3 weeks, when we start doing that thing on Saturdays, a whole bunch of us getting together, just drawing, talking.
Oh yeah, I'm actually looking forward to that. I was gonna tell you that God willing, once I go back to work full time, I work like one Saturday out of the month. So on on the Saturday that I work, I'll probably be like an hour late.
Yeah, well, that's all right. Like I said, we're going to start at like about 3 my time, Eastern Standard, and then, we'll go a minimum of, I'd say minimum of an hour, and then I'm not sure, and people can come and go as they need to, I realize people have lives.
What is my Discord password?
How the heck should I know?
You made the account.
It's probably something that you have normally. I don't know. Give me a sec, guys. I'm not sure what it is offhand, but
Go for it.
I have to log into Discord.
yes, I
You're gonna have to
got that.
reset it.
That might be one problem that I'm probably.
Hmm. Let me do that real quick.
No, but
This. Rick stepped out and I'm being quiet. I used to.
okay, I'm back. She's just doing. I forgot my password thing for Discord. Well, let's see what. Oh, actually, I left out the
Oh,
wrong
I
one.
was eating now, Rick. That's what I was talking about. Now, see, Eric, have you ever had carne guisada? It's a trap.
I might have had something like that. Like when I went down to Upper Brazil, no,
It's
Salvador.
actually just braised beef, but in Tex-Mex they put flour in it to make it like a gravy. Yeah, I always like that because like a lot of Mexicans think this is authentically Mexican, and I'm like, you do know that Mexico's culture is like really diverse. Like a lot of the food is European that they don't know about, and I've had to break a few hearts before.
Oh, that's too bad.
Like carne guisada is just braised beef, and it's like Eastern European in nature. Yeah, that's what I had right now, Elric. I had a carne guisada taco and two egg and country sausage tacos.
Oh man,
'Cause
I might have to
it's like
go. Uh,
breakfast and lunch mixed together for me today.
I want to go to Taco Bell now.
Oh, that's different because carne asada is carne asada is actually grilled beef. That's all it is.
Salvador.
Guisada is a braised beef. You fry it a little bit. You add some water, some vegetables, and a little bit of flour, and it makes a gravy, and then it softens the meat.
Hey, Matthew. How are you?
Of course, the spices and everything. I don't think they have carne guisada at Taco Bell.
No, I don't think so.
I know a lot of my brothers don't like Taco Bell, but I actually like Taco Bell. But it does have the rumors of cutting your stomach loose for a reason, though. And the memes, oh, the memes are delicious.
Well, thank you, definitely, Matthew. How have you? You've been super busy. Step over and say hello. Oh, that's good. We're coloring up Snowdrift number one here. I'm just getting the basic colors in place, and then I'm gonna everything in place for each panel, and then I'm gonna cut in a little
Yeah, always
deeper.
get the steak and the chicken at Taco Bell. The ground beef is just like this mix, kind of like the chili you get out of the gas station places. Don't trust the chili. That's probably what cuts everyone's stomach loose. And where'd the eraser go?
Taco Bell has carne asas for a short time, like a decade. It was a promotional item. Yeah.
No, I think we still have it at the Taco Bell here in the South. It's funny in the climate that we have right now. You can't make like stereotype jokes because they're racist. But we used to laugh at all that being Hispanic. Like Taco Bell's old slogan was "Run for the border."
Yeah.
We used to tell that to our cousins that were from south of the border. It's like you better make like Taco Bell and run for the border, buddy. How do you make the thing larger?
For what? I don't get it. What program are you using?
I'm practicing on Medibang,
Uh,
Medibang Paint.
yeah, I've heard of it. It's similar to
Actually, similar to Paint Tool. To I used to know it as Manga Studio 5. You guys call it
yeah,
Clip
yeah,
Studio, I think.
yeah.
Oh, doggone it. The brush size right here. You gonna go on Drawn and Quartered Fan Edition to promote Snowdrift?
Oh yeah. We'll promote both of them technically, but try and get people doing snowdrift that night. Since they're both going to be in Canadian Shield
I'll put
2.
money on that Amaran does a very sexy version of her.
But yeah, I figure Canadian Shield 2 and Snowdrift number 1 are going to be in the same campaign. So, but Snowdrift is. I'm going to try and pump her. Well, I'm going to try and pump both of them up, but she's going to be the new thing. So, I'm actually in the middle of trying to get myself a little animation together to.
I think she's gonna do better for you than Canadian Shield.
It's hard to say. Well, the Canadian Shield's entering number 2, so there's a little bit more action and all that in his. Than this one.
Well,
Although,
the reason I say it's because she is one of the most popular characters. Like they're always plugging her in the chat, and now you have Dillard drawing her, and
yeah,
Dillard's the most popular in our crowd. So yeah, a lot of people are probably looking forward to this, Rick.
yeah,
But no pressure.
yeah. Oh, trust me, the game. Well, yeah, I think you've seen the Canadian Shield number 2. That's up in game from Canadian Shield number 1. I would have to say. Canadian Snowdrift is just as much up. I can't say up, but because there wasn't the same, but it's up. This next campaign, my game is upped a little, and of course I'm going to be. I'm going to try and be out there a lot. I'm going to be once I get my thing together. Everything together. I'm going to be putting
Thanks, Matthew.
later, Matthew. I can't figure this thing out. I can help my mom figure that out later.
I'm listening to you, Rick. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no problem. But yeah, I'm gonna put out press kits to some, like places like the 700 Club, the Canadian version of this 700 Club called Crossroads, and maybe some Christian
If I can make a
newspaper.
suggestion though about Snowdrift,
What?
like concentrate really hard on the writing, since you have a great artist doing the art,
Yeah.
and if you make enough money, keep him for a few issues.
Oh yeah, that's what I plan on doing. Yeah, I know it's a
Your
big
first
wish.
story art, I would keep Dillard for that.
Yeah, well, this first story arc, I'm not
I
sure
mean,
whether
even if we
there's
have
a
to do a
story.
GoFundMe for it, I think it's worth it.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether I'd call it a story arc because she doesn't have a story arc. Story arc, it's just the first 17 issues lead up to
Well, you're gonna.
what?
Sorry,
Oh,
I said, well, you're gonna tell her story, her origin story, right?
well, this is her origin story or part of it. There's part of it I can't tell yet.
Oh no, no, I understand that, but what I'm saying is that the origin story itself is gonna be your original story arc.
Yeah. Well, that's what this is. The she's
So
a lady in the 1940s, 50s. Well, 50s is when the expedition is. She was teenager and like the early 40s, a young adult, we'll say, in the 40s. She's good. This is just shortly after she's graduated college, getting her degree in some scientific thing. She's actually married, although nobody. Yeah, I'm saying it now, but most people won't know that she will have been married. You'll find that out in the first few issues of her comic book. But then like she's chosen to lead an expedition into the
Sorry, I
Arctic.
was reading
Hey, Rich.
Elric's comment. Yeah,
Dylan's.
yeah. Don't give away the story, Rick. Don't give away the story. I'm just suggesting like
Well, this you can
doggone
go
it.
on. You can go online and look at her profile, and it tells that this basic story that we're into. You know, but she gets a job
I think it stopped being
leading
morning about an hour ago. It's still morning for you guys, though, Rick. I'm sorry.
but yeah, she gets a job leading an expedition in the Arctic. I'm not sure exactly what yet. And then you know, tragedy happens and she gets frozen under the ice and all that by being out in the middle of a snowstorm. It's similar to Steve Rogers in that way, Captain America. But, she cries out to God, and God ends up sort of making her one with the ice one with her. So she gets revived, 70 years later or whatever, modern times. Uh, and she ends up eventually
Nobody but
finding that,
California, Oregon, and Washington run on California time.
and she ends up finding out she has, you know, ice-based powers. And then, decides to create a persona based on that, also based on somebody that she had met in
What's
the
up, Raggedy
past.
Man?
And how is Raggedy Man? And we have not seen him for a while. Okay, so this is going to be a difficult scene, I think, too.
We need to start a GoFundMe to get Elric out of California.
How is the one that you've been working on with um, Starfire? Starfire, not Starfire. Popfire. How's the comic that comic been going, Raggedy? I made it. Yes, you made it. Yeah, we're gonna go an extra 10 minutes today over two because we got started a little late because of OBS slash or restream. Issue 2 is written, just need to draw it now. Oh, cool. I read a bunch of stuff on. I'm not sure whether I read all of it or not on the whatchamacallit page, the webtoons. But
Oh, it's 1.5. That's 15. No. Sorry, I'm talking to myself.
yeah, but yeah, as you said, I'm gonna even I'm gonna try and up the game even for just doing the promotion. I'm gonna try and do a lot better this time. Get out there and hopefully everything will
Hey,
be.
Mallet's in the chat. What's up,
Yeah,
Mallet? Mallet, did you change your name? Because it just says Mallet now.
Yeah, well, I think it depends on the account he uses. I think he's
Or
got
is
a
there two
couple.
Mallets and I just lost track of one of them?
No, there's one mallet with many names. Hi, I'm doing laser things.
I don't know if I'd do that, Elric. Depends on what part of Southern California you live in. But Arizona is a whole different type of hot. Raggedy Man says he's on issue 2. It's written. Just needs to draw it.
Yeah, I have many faces. This is his second channel.
Wait, whoa, whoa, whoa. Are you serious, Elric? DC has entered Webtoons now? Well, yeah, you don't have much to burn in Arizona. I have to watch clownfishes. I can't sit through an entire Yellow Flash video.
Why not?
Like I like his streams. I used to watch Yellow Flash way back in the day when he first started. But I don't know, it just like it kind of annoying. Like around the Vic Mignogna thing, it started to seem a bit disingenuous. Like he doesn't do the homework. I mean, the guy's a cool guy. I don't have anything personally against him. It just there are those people that annoy you.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I'm sub to that Star Wars girl because I think she's a good artist. But I've had to go through like jobs and through school with women that have that kind of voice and personality.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was headphone time every time I was around them. I could only take certain people in small increments. But this isn't just for like non-believers because Mike is one of them too.
Yeah.
I can't even sit through an entire drawn and quartered them much anymore.
Well, it's become I tuned in to Drawn and Porter last night, a couple nights ago, and there was what 5 of them on there.
Oh yeah, I kind of feel bad. I even asked him, I'm like, why is there only 4 of you guys tonight?
Unfortunately, I think the whole drawing thing is online is it's sort of going downhill. As much as I'm in, doing stuff here, I just think,
The problem is you got to shake it up. Like you have too many of the same artist over and over. It it doesn't really challenge.
yeah,
it's also the fact that like it gets stagnant. Like if it's the same people that see each other every week, you're gonna hear the same jokes. You're gonna talk about the same subjects.
Yeah,
Not to mention, I mean, the whole premise of Drawn and Quartered is to rag on each other about your art, and I don't see that happening. In fact,
yeah,
it stopped happening like after John Malin left the show.
yeah. Well, not completely, but I think the other problem was I think that whole incident probably ended up leaving a sour taste in people's mouth both ways. You know?
Well, no, no, yeah, I understand that, but I'm talking about like the show itself, not the whole situation that caused the break.
Yeah,
Because after the break, you had Mike Moore fighting with the chat. Then you had them like making fun of their art.
yeah,
Because I used to go in on Malin hard.
yeah,
I just have that personality where like if somebody tries to get on their high horse, I tend to like use that Aztec war weapon to just cut the horse's legs off, and watch them fall. I did it to Mike too all the time when Mike would like win one and I
yeah,
would tell him something like, "Hey, you could almost count it on two hands how many wins you have."
yeah. Oric says he stopped watching John and Carter a long time ago. The only time I might watch it if it's anime, and that's a big maybe.
Yeah, and that's a good point, Elric. I actually asked them. They've never done the Hulk that I've ever seen. You know, and there's like stuff that they could do. It doesn't matter if they like it or they don't like it. Supposed to be for the fans, so that you could bring in an audience,
Yeah,
especially with someone like Mike's channel, which is a family friendly channel. You could have brought them in. The only thing is, Mike being in California also starts it very late. He actually should start it around like 4 or 5 his time.
yeah.
That way you get the prime time slot for the Pacific, or sorry, for the Eastern Standard.
Well, he starts at what? He starts it at 10 his time. No, 10 our time. And
No,
still,
no, he starts it at like 7 or 8 his time.
yeah, 7 his time, 10 our my time. Um,
So he, yeah, but that's what I mean. He should start it like at 4 or 5 in the afternoon.
I'd say 5 or 6. He should. I'd say start an hour minimum, of probably an hour earlier.
Yeah, but if you
Oh.
started at 6, it's 3 hours behind. It's gonna be 9 o'clock Eastern Standard.
Yeah, well, 9 I think would be better for a 2 hour show because maybe 8. You know, I could see 8, but not really 7 our time.
Well, technically, it's not a 2 hour show. It's supposed to be a 3 hour show with 2 hours of art.
Yeah. Or 2.5 hours because it depends on how
You
much.
should start it 30 minutes prior
Uh,
and then end it 30 minutes after.
yeah, a lot of it depends on um, other
And
stuff.
the reason I say that he should have done it earlier so he could have the primetime slot is because his family friendly channel can attract younger audiences. which means he could have drawn things like Pokemon or, your Naruto anime and stuff like that
Yeah.
to get a younger audience to view it and have them look at his book and other people's books and channels and be like, hey, I want to support that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the way I see it. That's what I would have done because I was trained in commercial art, not just traditional art, which is like advertising and stuff. So you want to give the biggest window of audiences.
Yeah.
It's like with comics. A lot of people that I've seen do independent comics lately, a lot of their comics are edgy or mature, and while they're still making good money, they don't realize that they're missing an entire audience.
Yeah.
That's why the more family friendly books tend to be the ones that last the longest and make the most money throughout time.
Yeah. Uh, I'm, I'm hoping
Just
with my
think of
next.
Ninja Turtles. What's more popular? The the original Ninja Turtles comic book that was edgy and mature, or the cartoon and the comic versions of the cartoon and the game versions of the cartoon.
Yeah. Basically the Archie version drawings of them, which came from the cartoon that was what in the 90s, 80s, 90s
Exactly.
that lasted. And there's a thing too. That cartoon lasted 10 years. What other Ninja Turtles cartoon has lasted 10 years?
Yeah,
You
there's
know?
a lot of things he could do, Elric, but sometimes it's like I feel bad because he makes statements like he made a statement about ZRC. I think his name's Zach, the artist that has his own art channel, and he called him like a David Finch knockoff, but he's successful and he does stuff like that. He draws what his audience likes, and like there's nothing wrong with that. I mean that if you go to art school 101, they're going to tell you to go out there and draw caricatures of people so that you can get used to drawing in front of people. Yeah, and that's basically what a YouTube artist does. And, like, I don't hate on them for their success.
Yeah, in some ways, it's somewhat what I started out doing
It's
too.
funny because yeah, go ahead, Rick. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say it's sort of what I started out doing myself. I draw DC Marvel characters. Somebody came on and in the chat was saying about drawing anime characters. Okay, like sure, why not? I can do that. And maybe I didn't do it that day, but maybe it was a day or two later. You know, because I don't necessarily want to stop the drawing I'm in the middle of doing. But like okay, I'll do this character this night. You know, come back and I will do it. And then I did for a
I
longest
don't
time.
think the show lost its magic per se. I think it's more that the fact that that divide that happened, it's just natural growth. I know they got into it and everything, but what happened was that it forced the audience to take a side, and it actually didn't just affect drawn and quartered. It also affected drawn and quartered fan edition.
Yeah. Well, heck, the whole thing between and the whole thing between
'Cause
Mike
you don't
and
see the same numbers that they have.
EVS also the same thing. It made people choose. You know,
Well, yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the drawn and quartered thing specifically with
Well,
Mike
yeah,
and Vale.
the EDS thing created that divide, and it forced people like John Malin and even Dan Frega to take sides.
Yeah, we're all trying to, get out there. We should all be trying to be out there helping each other, especially as independents. You know.
Well, yeah, I still think that Mike has a good amount of artwork in him, and I think that if he were to just, as harsh as this is gonna sound, just shut up and draw, he probably would get really, really good outcome from that.
And Comic Skate imploded the day after
Because there's
Chris.
no reason he shouldn't be as successful as he used to be.
And Rick, believe it or not, I saw it coming. I knew it was going to happen the day or two after I left, or the day I left when it imploded.
Oh yeah, Elric, that's actually a good point because I do that playing around. Where, like I say, Luffy and Naruto are knockoffs of Goku, but much like the creator of Naruto said, he said, without Dragon Ball Z, there would be no Naruto because that's what inspired me to draw and write.
Hey, Timothy.
Yeah, it's just an inspiration. And by the way, I've seen ZHC's art. So I used to follow his channel back when he was small. He's not a David Finch knockoff at all. He's more, I would say, he's a detailed version of like Joel Maduria, where he has very big manga influences, but he has very detailed versions of them in the more Western style.
And you know what? Even if the guy
But I
is
mean, he's
a,
just become an art channel now.
even if say this guy is a David Finch knockoff, so what? He's actually drawing it himself. Maybe he has the same style, but big whoopee. If he can draw that good himself, who are you really to
What's up,
criticize?
Timothy? Now I can say that you're wrong. It's not morning where Timothy's at because he's in my neck of the woods. Yeah, and the problem I have though with like anytime you say something like this, a lot of people think that you hate these people or they take it personal, and I'm like, it's not personal. It's just opinions, and it's just a professional opinion.
Yeah,
Like I don't think that EVS and his crowd should be harping on Mike as much as uh, Edwin harps on Nasser and EVS.
yeah. Timothy's trying to get everybody to his Discord
I think
now.
it's detrimental to both of them.
Yeah, yeah. Somehow Timothy got his.
Yeah, like I've seen them like openly say that they want to push Mike's successful second Lone Star book out of the top 25. I'm like, come on, bro, seriously? You're that bothered by it?
Unfortunately, they're becoming what they say they hate it. The SJWs and all that.
No, they've become what they say they hated it.
Okay, I'm trying to be nice.
But I mean, I saw this coming a long time.
Yeah,
Well, never sacrifice truth for trying to be kind or nice. Because being honest and truthful is the best way of being kind.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
why I like Dillard so much. Like when I started watching his streams first, because Dillard may be opinionated, but he's gonna give you his honest opinion, what he thinks.
yeah. He just does it with no tact. If he could
Same
do
thing with
it,
metal.
yeah.
No, 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 D- no. Dillard's more tactful than metal.
I don't think so, personally, but you know.
Metal is like he reminds me of one of my battle buddies. He's very blunt, and I love him for it. That's why I like seeing the dynamic between him and Marsupio, because Marsupio is more like the way I was when I was younger, where he's trying to not let people fight, where Metal's more headstrong. Well, you saw me and him going at it about the Transformers show. That was hilarious. I loved it.
Yeah. I disagree with him. I think Beast Wars
Yeah,
was
exactly,
great.
Timothy.
I think Beast Wars was great. I think it.
Yeah, yeah, I like Beast Wars. I don't think it's like the best thing that we've ever seen on Western television, but for
it,
Transformers, it's good. It's
it
actually better than most Transformers.
and it supported the original Transformers is what I like. All the other stuff. Oh, we got 15 billion. Universes now of Transformers. I was. I'm not a big Armada
I
fan.
don't have a problem with Twitter, Timothy. I just stick to like answering certain things. You gotta know where you're gonna. Don't poke the crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the job of those channels like Nerdrotic and Az and them. Let them do that. That's their entire shtick, their motif. Let them duke it out in the comments. We're here to create and sell what we create.
Well, the page is not
Yeah,
quite.
I'll join it right now. Here, let me link it in the chat. The Melvin Discord. I need to put a different picture on my. You
Well,
guys making me feel bad because I don't got a profile pic.
don't worry. Neither does Timothy.
Sorry about the hiccup.
You're gonna make breakfast now. You're 40 minutes away from lunch. By the time you finish making it'll be lunch, not breakfast, Howard.
Who's that? Your mom or Elric?
But that all said, we are about 20 minutes after two, so I'm gonna be ending as well. Thanks for everybody in the chat being here. Thanks for Sketchbook coming on. I don't think there's going to be anything this weekend for stuff. Uh, but do remember the beginning of October, the first Saturday in October, we will be on first Saturday on October. We will be having a live stream over on Rumble. So go down in the chat and get signed up for Rumble. Um, it's going to be exclusive to over there. There's going to be a whole bunch of artists just getting together doing stuff. So I guess that's it for now, unless Sketchbook wants to promote anything.
Not at this time. I'm working on getting my channel up like I wanted to.
Cool, 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 cool. Okay, so And
You know
remember,
exactly like when I need to start promoting it.
cool. And remember,
Great.
Monday we will be back for high noon.
Thanks.
So we'll catch you all later.
Oh,
Bye for
that's
now.
right. That's right. Awesome.
So we'll catch you all later. Bye
All
for
right.
now. God bless. Love you
Thanks
all.
for everybody in the chat. Thanks, Rick, for having me. God bless you.